What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3. So guys, today we are going to look at making the Draconic armor. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and tick accelerate our fusion crafting over here. Yeah, we want this to craft much faster, and we really don't have like a good way to accelerate it other than using the ritual inker. Is that even accelerating? This doesn't appear to have any particles on it. Maybe I need to move this to a different location. Let's try bringing this over here a bit. Yeah, really, it only gets accelerated, I guess, if you see particles on the object. And I am... Oh, there we go. Now we're getting particles here. Yeah, so this thing should accelerate when we're doing crafting on it. That's what I want to see. All right, so... yeah, last few episodes we've been working on upgrading and doing quests and other things like that. Like, we've gone through pretty much all the armor. We're on this Draconic armor. Now this is the last one and our final stop as far as armor progression goes. In order for us to do that, we have to take the gem armor that we made last episode and put it with some Awakened Draconium. But we haven't even made the Awakened Draconium yet. So before we get into this, yeah, we have to look at making Awakened Draconium ingots, which comes from Awakened Draconium blocks, which comes from fusion crafting. Okay, so this is pretty easy. These Draconic cores all have EMC, so we need 6 of those and a dragon heart. We have 46 dragon hearts, so we're good there. And then we need Draconium blocks. We need 4 of those. And then 6 of the Draconic cores. All right, so that should be everything we need, I do believe, in order for us to make some Awakened Draconium. So we'll place that here. We'll turn on auto refill so I don't have to keep going in my inventory every time. Oh, I fall down that one hole. Oh boy. Ah, all right, here we go. Nice. 1 dragon heart, and then 4 of these guys, and then we click start. And this is going to take a minute because I actually just got done making the flux infused jet plate here. Yeah, I think that might be slowing us down, or maybe this just requires a whole lot of power. I'm not actually sure. Let me try removing this from my inventory. Is this going any faster? No, this just takes a whole lot of power. How much power is that? 350 million RFs. All right, so how are we doing down here? We can only output 25,000. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Vibrant capacitor banks. We're going to add a few of these. We're going to get rid of this, which is going to actually stop our progression here. So we'll add some of these. Every one that we add will allow this to output that much more. So something like this is probably way overkill, but it's fine. And then we can do a quantum entangle porter, which should be able to output a lot more power. So site config, energy output on all these, auto eject on, and then we want this to be on this set. So now we should be getting power in here. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So now we're outputting the maximum amount that this can go, and it's still slow. Okay, so upgrading our energy conduits would be the next thing to make this go even faster. Ender conduit. So we have a few different options here when doing conduits, but currently we are on the vibrant ones. So we can upgrade those to the crystalline ones. So that actually, that doesn't seem like that's that bad. Let's go ahead and start doing this. So the uses on this turns into these. I'll put one in there so we learn it. Actually, I'll just put all of those in there. Conduit. Okay, so we did this one, we turned into that one, then we can upgrade that further using the pink slime ingots, which we don't have any of. Oh no. Ender panel upgrade. These are weird looking things. The crystalline pink slime ingots requires us to have the molten crystalline pink slime. No, but we do need pink slime ingots. I think the last time we did this, we only had, oh, I don't know, like 1 bucket of pink slime remaining. So I think it might be worth us to go down that path once again so we can make these. And once we get to the melodic ones, those have EMC, but the previous ones do not. These have EMC and these output 2 billion. These are where we want to be, I think. All right, so pink slime it is. This is just about charged and now it's done because we're tick accelerated. Well, there's our Awakened Draconium. So we were able to get that part done, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna look at doing that pink slime because I feel like having the best conduits just makes sense. So pink slime. Yeah, we have the ability to do this, but we're probably out of the pink slime ingots. Yeah, we don't have those. I think we have that in one of our tanks here. That one's empty. Yeah, this one's got 1 bucket of pink slime. Okay. Do we have... Oh, yeah. We have this mob imprisonment tool of pink slime, but it's a different pink slime. We need... Oh, gosh. What was it? The, slaughter? I can't remember the name of the machine. I think it was called the slaughterhouse or something like that. Anyway, let me go ahead and figure out which machine it is. We will set up our mob farm down below to be... Yeah, to utilize that so we can collect some pink slime, and then we'll be right back, guys. So it turns out our mob slaughter factory was already down there. I think that's what it was called anyway. Mob slaughter? Yeah, this thing right here. So this kills monsters nearby. Like you can use it on animals or you can use it on mobs, which we already left it down here the last time we collected pink slime. But yeah, I turned off our mob crusher. So that's no longer spinning down there. It's probably impossible to see because it's nighttime and dark glass and all that. So yeah, these mobs are being killed now specifically by the mob slaughter factory. So let's come back down here. This is in the same place this was previously. Yeah, so we have pink slime here and we have a bucket. So now we should be good if I put this on the correct side. Nope, that was the incorrect side. Do I have my magnet on? Wrong button. This one? Activated. Yeah, one side outputs the liquid meat. The other side outputs... Oh, yeah. We even had the liquid translocator here. Okay, I thought this thing would auto-eject. It doesn't. So, translocator. This one. And that. And that. And now we have our 2 buckets of pink slime. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab 2 buckets, actually. Oh, actually, you know what? It was 2 buckets of pink slime per ingot, wasn't it? Okay, so we got a little bit more to go. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this and collect a bit more of this pink slime, and then we'll be back, guys. All right, so we collected all the pink slime that we needed, and I used the fluid sieving machine once again. So that's all done. We now have the stellar energy conduits. So yeah, I went ahead and I replaced the conduits that were over here with all the stellar ones, and I finally put some facades below these guys. I think we can see the conduits if I hold it. Yeah, so these are all the stellar energy conduits under here, and then we are using the quantum entangle porter, which actually I should have said to extract on that thing. I don't know if this has a limit on how much it can extract. It's probably less than 2 million, although it could be maximum. I honestly don't know. But anyway, I don't think we need access underneath there anymore, so we can go ahead and fill in that hole. Yeah, so that looks a little bit better anyway. Cool. So that's ready to go the next time we need to use it. So the next step is the Awakened Draconium. Of course, we want to animate this, right? So we need to get ourselves a mob imprisonment. I guess we can do it from here. Mob imprisonment tool. And then we want to animate this guy. So we will grab this and our wand of animation. So block. Let's do that. So animate, grab it, dark bow, anvil, this thing, and then Awakened Draconium. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough space there. I guess I could rename the entire thing, but we're just gonna leave it like that. So there we go, Awakened Draconium. So now, yeah, we need. Let's go back up here. We need to get ourselves a barrel to store this stuff in. We probably should pre-make a whole bunch of these again with the infinite capacity upgrade. And then we're going to want to grab our hammer so that it looks the same. There it is. Perfect. All right, so I'll just go ahead and break this guy real quick. We can... Oh, actually, no. There's still more steps to this. I keep forgetting. So we want to lock it, true, and then we're going to want to put these guys in there so it knows what's going into this barrel. Now we can go back downstairs. All right, so I guess we'll just put it right here. That should be fine. I still have the mob slaughter factory going on down here. We can turn this off, and I upgraded this. Okay, so now we got 20 buckets of that. That's pretty cool. So let's set this to active on redstone signal, and then we will turn this back on. This doesn't produce any items from the mob drops. Yeah, I guess it converts that into the pink slime or the liquid meat or whatever. So yeah, we definitely need that turned off if we are looking to collect more drops from, I guess, the was it the awakened blocks or whatever? Animated blocks. Okay, so now that's got a thing, that's got a thing, that's got a thing. I guess we could probably remove. Yeah, you know what? It's probably going to be a good idea. So I'm going to put this up here. And then we're going to go ahead and just remove all of these other ones. Because we don't really need to animate all these blocks right now. If we need a whole bunch in the future, we can always put them back in, right? So that doesn't have one. That doesn't have one. No, and no. Cool. All right, so I guess, well, I'll just put in the top one. So there is our Awakened Draconium. Exact copy. Turn that on. And sweet. Now we have all of the Awakened Draconium coming into the system. We should be seeing a bunch of them coming into here momentarily. There they are. Awesome. Let's go ahead and set up the recipe, turn this into ingots, and then we'll start making the Draconic armor. All right, so a factorizer recipe has been installed, and I just told to make like 300 of these Awakened Draconium ingots, so we have plenty of those in the future. All right, so now if we want to make Draconic Boots, we need to make ourselves a Draconic Energy Core, an Awakened Core, and then have these ingots. Okay, so the Draconic Energy Core, that requires some Awakened Draconium ingots, which we have on AutoCraft. This does not have EMC, unfortunately. These don't have EMC. This does, though. And then the block this comes from does. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that some of these do and some of them don't. Like, the Draconium ingots don't have EMC, but these do. Anyway, so let's move on. So we're gonna want a recipe here so we can make this guy. So I need to do a crafting pattern. Okay, so the system should know how to make all this stuff, right? Wyvern Energy Core. No, I guess we don't have a recipe for that. So there is the Awakened one. Let's learn how to make this one. Okay, so I think that should be everything that we need to know that the system doesn't know about yet, I hope. Yeah, let's find a little spot in here somewhere to put this. How about right here? This seems good. All right, so if we wanted to make ourselves, what is that? We're gonna need 4 of the Draconic Energy Cores. Draconic Energy Core. Let's make 4 of those. Can we do it? Does it know how to do these things? It knows how to do these things. That's awesome. And they're just instantly done. Okay, so now that we have those, we need to make ourselves, it was this guy, the Awakened Core. So that is a crafting recipe that we have to do on either the fusion crafting or this guy, which we haven't, I don't think we've made this yet. I don't know if it's really worth making for this particular recipe. So anyway, 4 Wyvern Cores and 5 Awakened Draconium and a star. Okay, so Wyvern Cores. And then the Awakened was 4 and 5, right? 4 of those, 5 of these. All right, spread those out and spread those. And then we needed a star as well. Okay, so I think this should be a pretty simple thing, and it should go way faster this time. So let's do this guy, that guy, a star, and we'll click this. Okay, yeah, so that's charging pretty fast. What is the amount of power that requires to make? 9 million RF. Yeah, so that goes pretty quickly. And then we never have to do that again since that has EMC. Now we have 1 million of them. All right, so that's cool. So we can get rid of this stuff. Yeah, so to make each one of these pieces of armor, it looks like it is going to be 4 Awakened plus an Awakened Core and a Draconic Energy Core. So we have those. So we need 4 of those. And then it was 16 Awakened. All right, and then we are going to need the gem armor, right? That's all we need. Okay, so this will be pretty fast to do. So I'll just go ahead, come down here, take my armor off, grab this, take that armor off, and then put my armor back on. And then we can start upgrading each piece over here. All right, so since these all use the same particular things, I'm going to break these up into 4s. So there's 4, 4, 4, and 4. And then these get broken up into... Oh, no, this is fine. We'll leave that as a 4. So that goes here, this goes here, that goes there. And then all we gotta do is just add in the piece of armor. And what are we missing here? I put in 5. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Okay, so we should be able to do this. It looks like that's a fast craft. I'm going to go ahead and get all 4 of those made up, and then we'll be back. Okay, so all 4 of these pieces are made, and we should get the quest complete now, I believe. There it is. So that is the last of the armor section completed. Whew, that was fun to do. So now that we have this isn't the final stage. Like, we do want to upgrade these. Each of these has, yeah, if we look there at the top, upgrades, RF capacity, movement speed, shield capacity, shield recovery. So we definitely want the RF, the shield capacity, and the shield recovery on all of these. The boots have jump boost. I don't really care about that. Never use it. This doesn't have anything special. This does say you can fly in forbidden places wearing this item. So I guess me going through and making, I guess, remaking this flux infused jet plate was not really necessary, but I did make it. It's fine. We had like most of the stuff. It was just, I don't know, 10 minutes worth of crafting or something. Not a big deal. And then the headpiece here doesn't have anything special either. So I'll probably do the movement speed on that one, and then we'll just upgrade everything else together. However, there are still more pieces to the Draconic armor. If we're going to upgrade, we want to probably do all of them together, just so we don't have to do this and then do it again, right? The next one would be the Draconic Staff of Power. There is also the Draconic Bow, which is really, really good. I don't know if we can make... Oh, you know what? We might not be able to make this. I haven't even looked at this yet. It's definitely a lot of crafting here. I don't know if there's anything too crazy. So we have to make the pickaxe, the sword, and the axe. So that's part of the standard recipe. All right, there is a whole lot of stuff here. I think we can make those. It's just a lot of crafting. This seems like we can do it. I'm just going to go ahead and start making all these things. If I run into some kind of a roadblock where I can make it, I'll bring you guys back. Well, one of the big obstructions to making that was we had to upgrade our Draconic, or I guess our fusion crafting, to the Draconic tier. So yep, currently in the process of doing that. It is not that expensive. 4 diamonds, 2 of these Wyvern Cores, and a Awakened Draconium block. Yeah, not that bad. So actually, are these active, inactive? Okay, so they retain that they're inactive. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. And then I can take this one and put over there, and there's 3 more of these that we can remove and then start upgrading. Sweet. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to make the Awakened tools. Nothing too special here, just a little bit of fusion crafting. Anyway, we'll be back. Alright guys, so we got a lot of the different parts together here to make ourselves this Draconic Staff of Power. Yep, everything has been crafted, yet it's not showing up here. It's something that we can craft. Oh, I guess clicking it makes it work regardless. Okay, well, that's a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. I did go ahead and I upgraded the pack. We were using 0.50 of the pack, the version. I upgraded to 0.55, the version before they removed Landcraft and all this stuff. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to see if there was like some kind of a script thing that wouldn't work. I think I clicked here before and this wasn't working. Maybe not. But anyway, there's our Draconic Staff of Power. We have made it. That should be another quest complete. That is awesome. All right. So that is another quest complete here in the Phi section. So we have that done. Draconic Bow is like the last thing that I want to make here. And then I'll probably end up making, I don't know if it's really necessary, but I'll probably end up making the Wyvern and the Draconic flux capacitors. Yep. These don't have EMC and they are baubles. These are going to be kind of useful if we go fight the Chaos Guardian, just to have that extra little bit of power for our Draconic armor, which I put into here since all the items that was required to make this Staff of Power, yeah, it took up way too many inventory slots, so I had to put some things away. All right, so now that we have that, let's look at the Draconic bow. Yeah, this is definitely a thing that I want. So that requires us to have the Bow of the Wyvern, which is pretty easy for us to make. So we'll go ahead and just craft up one of those. Well, I guess it's going to want us to make a bow first and then learn that. And okay, so we need Draconium. We don't have any ingots, so I'll just craft up like 100 of those. Okay, so there's that. And then we are also going to need a Wyvern. Oh, this is not set up properly. So that's fine. I want, oh boy, terminal stud. No, not terminal stud. We want this one. We want not synchronized auto search keep. This is what we want. Okay. So now we got that sorted. Wyvern energy core. There it is. And here is our Bow of the Wyvern. Sweet. So we just got to go ahead and run it through one more time, make one of these things upgraded, and then we can start doing all of the upgrades for the Draconic armor. So I'm currently in the process now of trying to make all these different upgrade keys so we can make all these different upgrade things available. And I was lucky to get ourselves a gold chest plate out of this chest down here. We have diamond chest plates in this chest, right? So I took the one diamond chest plate here and I was able to make this guy. We got a gold one from mob drops. I'm now waiting on gold boots from mob drops as well. Otherwise, we have to go through the entire armor process. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so we got some leather pants and stuff, so I can turn this back on. So we will set that back to insert, and like all those armor will just go away. Perfect. All right, so yes, we are now able to do that. So golden boots, so there's our movement speed upgrade key. Very good. So now that we have all of the ones that we want, we need to take a look at these and see how they are used. So each one of these, every single different upgrade needs to go through this tier basic. And if we want to do it to a tier Wyvern, then we need to do this on top of it. And then for Draconic, we have to do that on top. And then Chaotic, eventually, if we do that, then we'll do this. But in order to do the Chaotic, we have to have all of our fusion injectors to the Chaotic tier. So Draconic is the highest we can go right now. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go through the long process of upgrading all of our Draconic armor from basic to Wyvern to Draconic on all these different keys that I've made and have in my inventory. We'll be back. Oh, that's always fun to do. So it was 23 times for each level through each different stage. So for the basic, for the Wyvern, for the Draconic. So 23 times 3 was the amount of times that I had to do that fusion crafting to upgrade these. So our Draconic Flux Capacitor is at RF Capacity Draconic. This is Draconic in all 4 of those, all 3 of these, 3 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those, and 5 of those. Yeah. So because we now have all of this stuff, we can finally look at getting rid of this Ender Dragon stuff. We can put this armor on, and I think it's about time we finally go to our ability bottle here and get rid of flight. I don't think we need flight anymore. Yes, because this armor has creative flight, and it will allow us to use it in a forbidden place. This has really high armor. It has the shielding. We can put protection and unbreaking on there. I think that affects the amount of RF that gets used when you take damage with the unbreaking. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I know you can do a lot of enchantments on this armor. The Draconic Staff of Power can replace our pickaxe, our shovel. I don't know about replacing our sword, since this has looting 50 on it and Reaper 50. I don't know if there's a way for us to like transfer that over without ruining this sword. So I'm not going to touch that. So I don't think it's going to completely replace this sword, but we can kill things with this pretty easily. So like the next thing that we want to do, we want to go into our controls here for Draconic, and we want to make sure that we have this GUI. I'm going to open up on C. Let's find out what's on C here that I've already done. Let's see, this one, charge for Project D. We'll get rid of that. So done, back to game C. So now we can come in here and start toggling stuff. So night vision, we can have that on all the time. Night vision lock on. Auto feed, I don't think we need to. When this feature is enabled, your helmet will automatically stuff your face with food from your inventory whenever you are hungry. Huh. Well, I think that might be new. I guess we can leave that on if it's just going to auto eat my carrots for me. I think that would be pretty cool, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So the Draconic chest plate, we want flight speed modifier. I think about 300 is where I want it. Boost on sprint on, so we only go 300% faster when I'm sprinting. Inertia cancellation on, so that means when I'm flying, I can stop on a dime immediately. I don't just keep slowly slowing down, right? So I like that. Yep, 300%. If we want to go 600%, we absolutely can. But I feel like that might be a little too much. So that's normal. This is 600%. It's like super hard to control, like where you're going and stuff. I feel like, I don't know, maybe for like traveling long distances, that's fine. But for normal day-to-day use, I think the 300 is more than adequate. So we'll do that. All right, so we don't need anything else on this page, I don't think. So the Draconic leggings, speed modifier, we'll go ahead. Ooh, we want disable FOV warp. Okay, so speed modifier, we're gonna make that all the way up and then boost on sprint. So now if I am walking along, this is our normal speed, I think, right? And if I sprint, we go like super fast. But yeah, our normal walk speed is like so much faster now, which is pretty good. I like it. And then it's also faster because we're on this concrete, right? I think we go a little bit slower off the concrete. Anyway, yeah, that can get a little ridiculous as well. All right, so now that that's done, we need the Draconic Boost, jump modifier, step assist on, boost on sprint. Yeah, the boost is for the jump modifier, and we didn't do anything with the jump. I don't like the jump, so we're not going to be using that at all. Yeah, this is really good. I think I might turn down the, was that the sprint? How fast you sprint? That just seems a little too fast. I don't see myself ever using it that speed. So, oh, it just ate a food for me. That's good. So maybe I'll try like half speed. So over here. You know what? That seems a little more reasonable. I think I might get some use out of that. But the 800% just seems too excessive. Yeah, you know what? I think this is going to be just fine. I like it. Okay, so now that we have that stuff all done, there's also the bow that we can do. So arrow of Draconic Fire, arrow base damage. We want this all the way up. Auto fire, sure, we can turn that on. Magnification, we don't want that, I don't think. Arrow velocity all the way up. Shockwave, we don't care. An explosion. I think the explosion is actually like TNT. It will destroy blocks, so you need to be careful with that. So we can put the bow right here, and we can look at getting rid of this dark bow. In fact, I'm probably going to take the enchantments off that and just put them over onto this one. I think is how we're going to work that. And then also the Draconic Staff of Power has an attack radius, so you can kill things. What would that be? 15 blocks all the way around you, or around where the staff is. Yeah, we probably want that on. AoE safe mode, we want this on so we don't accidentally our base. Dig AoE, because we bumped that all the way up to Draconic, we can do an 11 by 11. By 11, if we do the dig depth all the way to 11 as well, but we'll leave that normal 1 by 1. Show dig AoE, I like that on. Dig speed multiplier 100%. Anything else? Yeah, you can do a junk filter, so like if there's any specific stuff that you want junked, it'll just automatically delete those items. So that's pretty good at like if you're, I don't know, digging out a bunch of dirt or stone or something, you don't want cobblestone or dirt. Yeah, it'll just automatically delete those. So yeah, this stuff is really, really good stuff here. I think I'm going to go ahead and start looking at removing enchantments off our regular armor, off our Ender Dragon armor, and moving that over. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the mending anymore, but the protection on breaking, I think I want on all these pieces. There's also Soulbound, in case we ever die, that we're probably gonna want, and I don't think we've made that yet at all. Yeah, Soulbound right here. So that is an Ender Crystal plus 15 Lapis. So a bunch of books and quills and all of this. Okay, time to do some enchanting. So I was able to get our armor enchanted. We have protection 4 and soulbound on all of these pieces, and I wanted to start putting soulbound on like this other stuff. I was able to put infinity and power 5 on our draconic bow, for instance. But yeah, I can't put soulbound on there as hard as I try. So like we come into this enchantment applicator, we put in the bow and we put in soulbound, it won't go. Yeah, not doing anything here. If we try and go into an anvil, and we put the bow here plus soulbound, it won't go. Same thing for the draconic staff of power. It just won't allow us to put it on there for whatever reason. Yep. And same thing with the enchantment applicator. Yeah, only a few pieces would allow soulbound, like our draconic flux capacitor and our armor, which I thought was kind of interesting. That draconic flux capacitor, I think you can put into any bauble slot, so we can just stick it in here. And then we always have 640 million RF on tap, ready to go. Oh, you know what? We do need to like do a shift right click on there, don't we? Charge armor, held items, armor and held items. There we go. So now that this should always keep this charged, and this should keep everything else charged, right? I think that's how that works. Anyway, I'm going to keep the dark bow on this because that's just an anvil that we can always use, I guess. Soulbound, I guess we can't really do anything else with that unless we can add that to this thing. I don't think it's going to allow us. You know what? Let's try one more time. Dark bow, come into here, that and this. Oh, we can do it. It costs 4 levels though. All right, so that's probably something that we're gonna want to do. So let's grab some XP real quick. This, that, this one, that, done. Cool. So now we are soulbound on our wireless crafting terminal. If something should happen, then we have that taken care of. You know what? I'm just now thinking, do we have soulbound? This has soulbound. Can we soul bind our Dink Null in case something happens with that as well? That's probably something we should look at. Will allow us to do that. There it is, soulbound. Awesome. So if anything were to happen, that's taken care of. And of course, our advanced dislocator is something else that we're going to want to do. So again, soulbound, in order to make this, does require us to have an Ender Crystal, one of these. We need a bunch of XP. Then we need a book and quill and some lapis. All right, so that should be everything we need. So book and quill, lapis, Ender Crystal. That costs 22 levels. Oh, I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't use it, right? All right, so we do that, this one, advanced dislocator, that, and now our advanced dislocator is soulbound. So again, if anything happens to us, we always have this stuff on us that will allow us to access our applied energistic system from anywhere. It will allow us to warp to anywhere. All of the stuff that we're keeping our Dink Null will be fine. We don't have a way for our Draconic Staff of Power or Draconic Bow using that particular soulbound to stay on us. And I don't think I want to mess with the enchantments on this sword. This is just too good. And if I break it, oh no, everything will be awful. Anyway, guys, I think we're good to call it an episode for today. Yes, we got ourselves the Awakened Draconic Armor. Well, I guess the Draconic Armor made with the Awakened Draconium. Yes, we finally got ourselves this armor, which means we can fly in other dimensions such as the Twilight Forest and other dimensions which prevented us from flying before, like the Erebus, which is fantastic. Yep, so that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.